get buff. And that's the way it should be. And you will lead your country into greatness. Gotta love Jimmy Talks. Nice on man. Yep. It's an honest day's work of a humble YouTuber, and he was putting out bangers. 10 out of 10. Link will be in my Discord. Alright, cool. This one's by Simp.
Let's get right into it. Number 8. The catnap impulse.
I think this may be due to all the soy. Hot take from the video we just read. This catnapping is from all the soy.
Find yourself desperately wanting to faceplant into your desk at 2 p.m., even after sleeping 8 hours. Or maybe you're wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling. This isn't just you being weird.
Yeah, according to Jimmy Talks, this is not something that was a forgotten evolutionary trait. No. This right here is all the soy boys, all the goy slop.
It's your ancient brain trying to sleep the way humans did for thousands of years.
Extra doubt.
Our ancestors didn't sleep in one big chunk like we do. They'd sleep for a few hours.
Proof?
Wake up in the middle of the night, then go back to sleep. During that wake period, they'd check for predators, maybe have a midnight snack, or make more little humans. It was called biphasic sleep, and it was totally normal. They'd also nap during the day, especially when it was hot, because trying to hunt when it's 100 degrees outside is a great way to become someone else's lunch.
I mean, I do that as like a form of you know that Skyrim thing where it's like, how long would you like to wait, and you can select the number of hours? I do that every time it's too hot. I just don't function when it's hot.
This broken up sleep
The moment it gets over 20 degrees, I don't function.
pattern kept them alive. It's hard to get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger when you're checking for danger every few hours. But now we've got jobs that start at 9 a.m. sharp, and bosses who think
Bro, we start here at 7. I don't know what's up with you guys in 9.
napping means you're lazy. We've got streetlights, phones, and neighbors who think 2 a.m. is the perfect time to practice their drums. So when you're fighting to keep your eyes open after lunch, that's your caveman brain reminding you of when humans used to sleep then. And when you wake up at 3 a.m. feeling weirdly energetic.
Oh, so I only sleep 4 hours a night because I'm a cave Chad god. That's one way to put it, I suppose.
That's the same brain wondering why you're not out checking for wolves. Number 7. The herd mentality impulse. You're walking down the street and see a bunch of people staring at the sky, and you look up too, like an idiot. You don't even know what you're looking for. Could be a bird, could be Superman, could be nothing. But there you are, neck craned, joining the crowd of sky watchers. This is your herd mentality kicking in. Your brain is basically saying, if everyone's doing it, I better do it too, or I might die. Back when we were running around in loincloths,
What do you mean back when? I had to put on my leopard loincloth and ride my flamingo to the airport to hit stones together to make the computers work. And then when the plane comes in, we got 50 guys in the bushes who just catch the plane. You guys don't do that over there? Okay.
instinct kept us alive. If your whole tribe suddenly started running, you didn't stop to ask questions. You ran, because the guy who stood there wondering why everyone was running got eaten by whatever they were running from. Following the group meant safety. It meant shared food, protection, and not becoming a saber-toothed tiger's lunch. Your brain literally gives you a dopamine hit for conforming. It's nature's way of saying, good job not being the weirdo who gets left behind. But now this same instinct makes you do dumb stuff. Like buying
Fox truly living the Unga Bunga lifestyle? True.
GameStop stock because Reddit told you to. Or wearing those ugly shoes everyone's wearing. Or
Bro, Crocs and socks, man. That is definitely one of the most diabolical combinations I've ever seen.
believing that obviously fake news story because your aunt shared it and got 50 likes. Your caveman
Bro, I hate it when people send me Facebook posts. I hate it so much. Why do we even use Facebook? We're not 50. Well, what are we doing here, people?
brain
Come on.
doesn't know the difference between follow the tribe to the water source and follow strangers on TikTok doing a dangerous challenge. It just knows that being different equals death. So you conform, even when it makes zero sense. Number 6, the reciprocation obligation. Someone holds the door for you, and suddenly you feel like you owe them your firstborn child, or a coworker brings you coffee, and now you're mentally calculating how to repay this life debt. This isn't you being dramatic. It's your ancient brain panicking about tribal politics. For our ancestors, reciprocity wasn't just nice. It was survival.
I actually disagree. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I actually disagree. I think the idea or instincts to reciprocate kindness is something that is done out of conscience. which has been perverted to something that is self-serving, because if you do something nice for someone else, they're going to reciprocate even more. So there's two sides of that coin.
Share your mammoth meat today, I share my berries tomorrow. We both live. If you hoarded your food like a jerk, you'd be eating snow for dinner when winter came. Your brain evolved to feel physically uncomfortable when someone does something for you. It's like having an itch you can't scratch until you've paid them back. This kept the tribe functioning. Everyone helped everyone, or
Designed by God to be like that,
everyone
boys.
died. But now marketers use this against you like it's their job, because it literally is. You get a free sample at Costco, and now you feel obligated to buy a 10-pound jar of pickles you'll never finish.
Nobody said nothing.
A car salesman offers you coffee, and suddenly you're considering that overpriced sedan.
I don't know, dude. I've got gigatism. The moment they offer me coffee, I'm going to say, thanks, can I have another one? Then I leave.
Someone does you a tiny favor, and your brain acts like they saved your life, and you must dedicate your existence to repaying them.
No. That's only if a woman does something nice for you.
You'll say yes to ridiculous requests from people who once lent you a pen. You'll buy things you don't want because the salesperson was so nice. Your prehistoric brain can't tell the difference between this person shared food so I won't starve, and this person gave me a free keychain at a convention. It just knows that debts must be paid, or the tribe will cast you out to die alone. Number 5. The fear of the unknown instinct. You walk into a pitch-black room and feel your heart rate spike, or you stare at some weird foreign food.
By the way, fear of unknown, it's 100% something that is still needed even today.
Like it's about to attack you. That's not you being a baby. That's your brain trying to keep you from becoming extinct. For
Y'all ever heard of the uncanny valley effect? Same thing.
our ancestors, unknown meant dead. That rustling in the bushes could be wind. Could be something with teeth. The ones who assumed wind got eaten. The ones who ran away lived to pass on their paranoid genes to you.
What is up with white people in movies? As soon as the bush rustles or the light flickers, they go and investigate? What's wrong with you people? If you see something, flashing, you see a ghostly lady in the window, you gotta run. Why you gotta investigate? What's wrong with you? You stupid? And even when, they figure out what's going on, they escape, but they gotta go back, I need to defeat it, make sure. No, you gotta run. Stupid retard.
Ew, that weird berry you've never seen before might be delicious. Might make you poop yourself to death. Our ancestors didn't have WebMD to check. They had trial and error meant death. So your brain evolved to treat anything new like it's trying to kill you.
It was like that by design.
Because usually, it was. Your brain literally floods you with stress hormones when you encounter the unknown. It's screaming, danger, stick with what you know, the familiar won't eat you. But now this same instinct makes you order the same thing at restaurants for 10 years straight.
I mean, I've seen that happen. If I go to a shop, I buy the same cafe maca, in the coffee shop. Mom tells me, hey, don't you want to order something new? You might like it. Nope. I like the cafe maca, I will eat the cafe maca, and I will only ever eat the cafe maca. If I take something else I don't like it, well, I just wasted $40. It's good, it's delicious, I like it, I'll keep liking it.
It's why you won't try that new app everyone's using.
Because I'm not a retard.
Or why you'd rather stay in a job you hate than risk something new. Your caveman brain can't tell the difference between unknown predator and the...
I think, the job thing, that's a legitimate threat. You don't want to be like, yeah, I'm just going to quit. And then you get to the new company that's been around for 2 weeks and then they flop. Now you got no job. Now you can't feed yourself. Now you're homeless. Now you die. I'm just trying to survive, Mom. God, yes.
The dark
survive the
and
allegations.
unknown
True.
cuisine at that new
True.
Thai place. It just knows that different equals dangerous. So you stick with the familiar, even when it's boring you to tears.
It's unfamiliar equals a chance of danger. You'd rather take the known chance of no danger than the unknown chance of potential danger.
Number 4.
It's
The
just being
need to
smart.
control drive. You get that feeling
What?
when someone else is driving, and you're pressing an imaginary brake pedal, or when your perfectly planned day gets ruined, and you want to scream. That's your control-freak caveman brain having a meltdown. Our ancestors who controlled their environment lived. The ones who built better shelters, stored food properly,
This is true. People love to be in control of things.
and planned hunting strategies survived.
This is why it's so important to be close with the Lord. To know He's in control. Hakuna Matata, no worries.
Winter. The ones who just went with the flow became fossils. Control meant the difference between eating and being eaten, between staying warm and freezing to death. Your brain rewards control with dopamine because control meant survival. This drive made us innovators. We didn't just accept that fire was scary. We controlled it. We didn't just hope for food. We planted it. But now your brain applies this life or death need for control to everything. A traffic jam makes your brain act like you're trapped by predators. A meeting running late feels like it might as well be a famine. Someone else loading the dishwasher.
I don't relate, by the way. I'm the most chill dude in, like, all of Earth. Nothing ever happens. When something happens, it's a complete nothing burger. Oh no, anyways.
Wrong makes your survival instincts kick in like they're sabotaging your shelter. You try to control things that literally don't matter. The weather, other people's opinions,
Why is the toilet bowl so huge?
which way the toilet paper hangs.
I never understood why people get upset about that. Like, clearly the most optimal position would be counterclockwise, you know, underneath, not over. But hey, you know, you guys do you.
Your ancient brain can't tell the difference between I need to control this fire or we'll freeze and I need to control this PowerPoint presentation. It just knows that lack of control meant death, so you micromanage, overplan, and stress about things you can't change. All because your brain still thinks you're one loss of control away from extinction. Number 3,
Hey, it
the
might
loss
be. You
aversion
never know.
bias. You find $100 on the street, and that's nice. But if you lose $100 from your wallet, you'll be thinking about it for weeks.
That is true. And I'm not gonna lie, that is true. You do not want to lose. It's okay if you don't gain nothing. But if you lose something, ooh, that's bad.
Plotting revenge against the universe. This isn't you being dramatic. It's your brain treating every loss like it's going to kill you. For our ancestors, losing something was way worse than not finding something. If they lost their only spear, they were on the menu. If they lost their food stash, they were about to experience starvation. Not finding extra food was disappointing, but losing what you had was death. So your brain evolved to absolutely freak out about losses. It literally
It was by design, boys, as God intended.
makes losses feel twice as painful as gains feel good. It's nature's way of saying, don't you dare lose that thing that's keeping you alive. This kept our ancestors from making dumb gambles with their resources. They wouldn't
Was he holding poop over there?
risk their sure food supply for maybe more food. The pain of potential loss kept them cautious and alive. But now this same instinct makes you do stupid things. You'll hold on to a tanking stock because selling feels like admitting defeat. You'll keep that ugly
Isn't that like the... Also related to the sunk cost fallacy?
shirt you never wear because throwing it away feels like losing. You'll stay in a dead-end job because the fear of losing steady income outweighs potential gains. Your caveman brain can't tell the difference
That's not bad, by the way. It's a good thing.
between losing this spear means I'll starve and losing this $20 bet means I'll feel bad. It just knows that loss equals death. So you hoard, you avoid risks, and you let fear of loss control your life. Number 2.
I'm a pro at selling at a loss base. I've actually, funny enough, I've actually made profit on my crypto endeavors. Not a lot. I've got like $100 in Bitcoin. Started off at like $10, so we're doing good.
The preoccupation with status drive. You see someone with a nicer car and suddenly feel like garbage. Or you check Instagram and wonder why
This is called envy, boys.
everyone's life looks better than yours. That's your status-obsessed monkey brain doing what it does best, making you miserable.
This is the sin of envy.
In the tribe, status wasn't about looking cool. It was about not dying. High status meant first dibs on food, better mating options.
It's a shame we don't have those anymore, right, chat?
And people actually listened when they said, hey, maybe we shouldn't poke that bear. Low status meant eating scraps, no reproductive success, and nobody caring if you lived or died. Your brain literally drugs you with feel-good chemicals when your status goes up, and tortures you with stress hormones when it goes down, because status equaled survival. This drove our ancestors to get better at hunting, tool-making, storytelling, whatever made them valuable to the tribe. Competition made everyone better. The
True. We need to make competition great again. We need to kick out all the women and make the men compete once more.
tribe thrived. But now your brain applies this life or death status anxiety to the dumbest things. Someone has more followers than you, and your brain acts like they're stealing your food.
I mean, I don't. I'm just completely chill. I'm like the smallest VTuber on the planet. I don't care. When people got 20,000 followers, that's fine. If I get there, I get there. If I don't, I don't. I'm just watching memes and playing games with the homies. I'm chilled. That's how I take it. I feel like that's how all VTubers should take it. If you're like a small VTuber like me, you got like 2 viewers, and you got maybe 10 followers, it's chill, bro. Just pretend you're playing games with the homies, you know? It's like you in your room, got your PC on, you're busy gaming, and you got like 5 buddies surrounding you. That's cool. That's chill. A lot of people don't even have friends. So I think it's cool. If you get big, you get big. If you don't get big, you don't get big. Hakuna Matata. I'd say we still have competition, but no longer a tribe. Yeah.
A coworker gets
We
promoted,
can blame a tribe for
and
that.
it feels like you might as well be cast out of the tribe. A neighbor gets a pool, and your survival instincts kick in like you're losing territory. You buy things you can't afford to impress people you don't like. You post carefully curated lies on social media. You feel genuinely depressed because someone else's vacation looked better than yours. Your ancient brain still thinks your survival depends on where you rank. It can't tell the difference between low status means no food and low status means fewer LinkedIn connections. So you chase status like your life depends on it, because once upon a time, it did. Number 1, the desire for
When you're number 1. Okay, I won't say that.
fairness and reacting to injustice. Someone cuts in line and you
Oh yeah, we are big on justice, boys. Hate injustice.
instantly fantasize about violence, or a coworker steals your idea and you spend the next week plotting their downfall. That's not you being petty. That's your brain treating unfairness like a threat to your survival, because it used to be. In a tribe of 30 people,
Just because there ain't a threat to your survival, don't mean it's no longer bad. You gotta have a fair world. If someone cheeks you out, that ain't good. Like, okay, there's a difference between, you know, someone, maybe getting something over you by complete accident without any maliciousness, versus someone who maliciously, intentionally screwed you over. That's bad.
fairness wasn't some nice concept.
Like it's one thing if, you know, there's only 3 steaks. He eats 2 because he doesn't know that there's actually 3, and then you're angry because, you know, you got 1 steak. Well, it's completely different if he knows there's only 3 steaks, and he has 2, knowing you're gonna suffer. Then you gotta clap his cheeks for that.
It was life or death. The guy hoarding
Intention matters, people.
food while others starved was literally killing the tribe. The freeloader who didn't hunt but ate anyway was stealing
His head looks like a potato.
resources from people who actually worked. Your brain evolved to go absolutely nuclear when it detects unfairness. It floods you with rage because unfairness could destroy the whole group. And without the group, everyone dies. This instinct kept our ancestors honest. Nobody wanted to be the cheater who got cast out, or worse, the cheater who got their skull caved in by angry tribe mates. Fairness meant survival. Detecting cheaters
It's more than just that. Fairness is good and just. Unfairness, evil and bad.
meant survival. Punishing unfairness meant survival.
I wouldn't say necessarily just umbrella term it as unfairness. There's some nuance to it, but anyways.
But now this same instinct makes you lose your mind over things that won't kill anyone. Someone takes 2 free samples instead of 1, and your brain acts like they're stealing food from your children. A rich guy buys another yacht while people struggle, and your fairness detector goes haywire. Your boss plays favorites, and it feels like it might as well be threatening your life.
Bro, teacher used to do this all the time. Always be the one teacher's pet that always got this.
You can't let go of
And then you find out 10 years later what's really going on, and you're like, oh, damn.
small slights because your brain thinks restoring fairness is a matter of survival. You obsess over injustices you can't fix. You get physically angry reading about unfairness online. Your ancient brain can't tell the
Bro, doom scrollers be like that. But it's always weird when someone comes to me and they show me some random stuff of something that happened somewhere that's got nothing to do with me, and they're like, oh look, how terrible. It's not just like 1 or 2 instances, it's like all the time. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Why are you telling me this? Another person died there. Will you want me to cry for all of them? I don't have enough, emotion to give to everybody in the world who's suffering.
difference between this unfairness will destroy the tribe and this unfairness is annoying but ultimately harmless. It just knows that unfairness meant death. So you rage, you obsess, and you can't let things go. All because your brain still thinks the survival of the tribe depends on everyone getting their fair share of mammoth meat. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future.
We'll give him a like.
Subscribe to see them.